Today we're gonna do another installment of an anti-haul, if you will. A kind of list of trends that are really popular throughout fall and winter 2024/2025 that I just personally won't be partaking in. I love watching these videos. I think it's really fun. It's kind of in the same vein as like the de-influencing, but less of like actual products that I've tried that I don't recommend and more of popular things that I maybe even like really love and I'm tempted by, but just personally won't be buying just because I know I won't get a ton of use out of it, or I just don't see it lasting a long time, or I see my attention span going elsewhere sometime soon in the future. So yeah, by no means at all am I like hating on these trends. I actually love a majority of these. Some of them I don't. Some of them are just trends that I won't be buying or wearing because I actually don't like them. But that has nothing to do with other people. It's more just a me thing. So yeah, we have a list of about like 15-ish trends, everything from fashion. I've got a couple of like beauty trends in there as well. And we'll kind of just go down the list and chit chat together about trends that I may or may not like, but that I just personally won't be buying or wearing. I'll be abstaining from this time around. Now, another little quick disclaimer. I did a video like this probably back in springtime, and I did end up caving, and I believe I ended up buying like 2 or 3 of those trends. So, you know, just putting myself out there. A little bit of a hypocrite sometimes. I am not responsible for how I may feel a few months from now, but right now in this moment, I am going to try very hard to just abstain from all of these things. I do also just want to say that wear whatever you want. Trends come and go. Everything cycles so quickly these days. This is literally just for fun. I don't particularly follow trends. I think they're really fun to partake in, and so like I don't think that there's any harm in doing that, but I guess just my whole goal of making these videos is just to chit chat with you, talk about things that I've seen on Pinterest or on social media, TikTok, Instagram, etc., and just kind of like chat about it. But please, at the end of the day, just wear whatever you feel most comfortable in, wear whatever aligns with you and your style, and like don't listen to the rest. So you know how I love to chit chat, you know how I can go on and on. We've got a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and jump into it. The first trend that I will be anti-hauling slash not buying slash not wearing is the barn jacket. I have seen this everywhere, and I have to say I equally love and hate this so much. I am a huge lover of the British countryside aesthetic. Like I love that fashion. I think it's so chic. I am absolutely obsessed with it. I love the barn jackets themselves. I think just because I grew up like as an actual horse girl, there was like a time in my life where it was very much like a responsibility. It was chores. I was wearing a barn jacket out of like necessity. I guess I just have mixed feelings about it because it reminds me of like a time, but also I think it looks really, really cute on a lot of people. Another thing is like I live in a very warm climate. I feel like I say that in every video. It's 96 degrees outside today. I think by the time this video goes up, it'll hopefully have cooled down like quite a bit, but currently it is hot as hell, and so it just doesn't get cool enough to wear jackets like that. So I know that I could buy it. Like I have an entire rack of jackets here. I will probably wear each of these one time this year, if that. Honestly, like some of them might not even get worn at all. So I just don't want to add another thing to the mix that like may be kind of hyper trendy and might not last a long time. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Like I really, really do like them. I have been tempted before, but I just feel like in order to try and use the jackets that I have in my closet already, I probably won't go for it. However, if I see one when I'm thrifting and the price is right, maybe, but it's just not practical for me, so we're not gonna go there. For the next trend, we're kind of in a similar vein here, and that is suede. I am seeing so much cute suede going on in life right now. There are so many cute suede jackets. There are suede fringe jackets that I think are adorable. Suede skirts, suede pants look amazing. I've seen suede like tube tops. There's so much cute leather. I do believe I have had a couple secondhand suede leather pieces throughout my life, but number one, they're impossible to wash because they're literally suede. And number two, again, like I mentioned before for the first one, it's just not practical for me. It's not something that I could really wear out and about. I run really hot in general as well. So like when I lived in LA, I used to see people out and about wearing like vests, coats, jackets, sweatshirts, sweatpants, and it was like 70 degrees. And I was like, I'm sweating in 70 degrees. You know what I mean? So I will say the actual trend of suede itself could be a little bit more implemented in my life if I went for something like a bag or a pair of boots. Like that is something that I'd be okay with. If you watched my wide calf boots video, I tried on a pair of suede wide calf boots, and those were gorgeous. gorgeous, like truly such a beautiful pair of boots. So I feel like something like that, that's just a little bit more of an accessory or a pop of something that's not gonna make me sweat to death, would probably be more my type of vibe. I love the look of like a suede bag. I think that that's really chic and adorable. I think it's really fun during fall and winter. And again, I love seeing so many people rocking it. But if I lived like on the East Coast and it was, you know, somewhere cold all the time, absolutely. I'd probably be wearing a ton more suede. But yeah, I just think I'm gonna withhold from this one because I know it probably won't get a ton of wear. And so I want to focus on obviously wearing the things that I already have first and foremost. And also if I am getting new stuff, just trying to make sure that it lasts a little bit longer in my closet, you know? The next trend that I'm seeing a lot recently is studs. I'm seeing so many studs on shoes, on boots, on bags, on jackets, on pants, on jeans even. I'm getting a little scared of that one. I'm like, are we gonna go back to the early 2000s, like True Religion, rhinestone bedazzled jeans? I think it's only a matter of time. I have no issue with studs personally. I think so many people look cool in studs and they've been around forever. I mean, when I was in high school, studded belts were really popular. I would say like studded bags also were very, very poppin' at the time, if you will. More recently, I've seen them on things like jackets, and I still think that it looks really cool. I just know that for me, I would get sick of it. I would rather get something that's like a little more classic, a little bit more everyday, so that I can just get a lot more wear out of it and it can last longer in my closet. And then when the trends come and go, I'm not kind of like stuck with this super hyper trendy thing, which I do find myself getting into a lot. That's sort of like a trap that I fall into, especially being someone who is, you know, always struggling with body image. Just being fully honest, like I definitely have overconsumed in the past when it comes to buying clothes because I'm just trying to find something that I look cute in and that I feel confident in, honestly. So I think sometimes you can fall into the trap of trends because you just want to find something that makes you feel good, you know, and that makes you feel cool and trendy and all of those good things. But I do think with studs, it's like, I think I partook the first time around. I'm just gonna let it pass on by the second time around, you know? It'll come back, especially with the way the trend cycle is these days. It'll be popular again in like a year. So, you know, it's probably not for me. This is one of the ones that I'm just like kind of indifferent about. Like I don't hate it on other people, but don't love it for myself. The next trend that I'm seeing everywhere that I do really think looks so good on so many people, but that's just like I personally won't be partaking in, is the mesh flats trend. You know, we've kind of been doing the ballet flats thing for a little while. We're doing like the little sling back flats. I think those are adorable. I love the like Mary Jane flats. I think they're all gorgeous. Like I have a few pairs, but recently I've been seeing the mesh flats and like your dogs are out, the toes are showing a little bit, and I'm just kind of like, I think I'd rather wear a sandal. I do think they look really cute, but they are a little bit too reminiscent of those like foam mesh kind of like bedazzled shoes of the early 2000s. Does anyone remember those? Or maybe even the late 90s? It feels a little bit haunting at times, and I don't want to be one of those people that every time a trend comes back around, it's like, no, the world is ending. It's like really truly not that deep, but for this, it is a little too similar to those types of shoes, and I just don't think that I want to go there, you know? It's probably gonna go just as quickly as it came, so I'm gonna hold off on that one. I'm looking at this list and I'm realizing that actually quite a few of these are trends that have come back around from my past, so maybe I am like a little bit too triggered by them, I'm not sure. But the next trend is something that was quite literally everything to me in like middle school and then again probably late high school, and that is a poncho. I love this trend. I think it's so cute on so many people. I love the like sweater poncho. I used to wear them so regularly. I was obsessed with a poncho moment, and I do think that they're really adorable. I just know with my current style and where I am with it, it probably wouldn't get a lot of wear, and it would feel like maybe I was just like trying to wear something because it's trendy and less because it aligns with like my own personal style, you know? And listen, I am all about wearing whatever you want. I don't think you have to have like a personal style brand. I just think that sometimes when you buy things that are like super hyper trendy at the moment, it doesn't necessarily align, and then it like doesn't translate. Do you know what I mean? So for me, like I don't know how I would exactly style it. I've been seeing a lot of them lately, and like I do love them. I think I even mentioned them in like a trends I'm loving video, I think maybe last spring or this past spring. I think I'd wear it one time and then I'd get sick of it and be like, how could I style this again? You know, it would be a very momentary thing in my wardrobe. So as tempting as it is, because I've seen so many of the girlies, especially on Pinterest, they look so cute. I'm like, you look adorable. I literally want to squeeze you, but it's just, you know, it's something that I'm gonna let pass on by. It's like a little ship sailing away, and I'm just like, hey. Catch you next time, maybe. Next is something that I've kind of like been seeing making a little bit of a resurgence lately. I would say more so in like my kind of age category, like millennials, but that is the pointed toe pump, the pointed toe heel pump. We all know her, we all had her, we've all had experiences with her. Pointed toe heel pumps were such a staple. They had us all in a chokehold in like the early 2000s. I know at least for me, it was like the bubble dress with a little cropped legging underneath and a pointed toe heel pump. Oh, that like absolutely ate back then. It's so funny now because it's just, you know, all these things are coming back around, but I do think that like I have really kind of moved away from high heels as I've gotten older. First of all, it gives me foot pain, which like who wants that? Second of all, listen, to the heels girlies of the world, we all salute you. You are absolute brave soldiers, but I just like want to be comfortable. So I'm much more gravitated towards like a little kitten heel or a flat or even like a block heel. That's like where I feel comfortable. But the sort of like stiletto pump with like the little strap over the top, that's just not my vibe. And I'm so happy for the people who are wearing them and are like finding joy in them. They look so chic, like so chic. But I have just personally moved on from heels. Like I send them all of my love and support, thoughts and prayers, but I just like want nothing to do with them. You know, it's a little bit like a toxic ex that I'm just trying to get away from. I've started a new chapter. I'm happy, I'm thriving. Will the pointed toe pump heel wearers of the world look more chic than me most of the time? Yes, probably, but that's okay. I can live with that. Next is something that I can't believe I'm saying that I've seen come back around, but that is dresses over jeans. Picture me wearing a dress over jeans. Are you joking? I like, especially how people have been styling them lately. Like I really do think it looks badass. It's like the little more like asymmetrical thing. But to me, all I can see in my mind is Ashley Tisdale on that red carpet. That's just, it's permanently burned in here and I can't move on from it. And listen, that was a moment in time, okay? That was like the culture shifted from that day forward, but I just don't think that I'm gonna be partaking. So I feel a little more comfortable saying that this one is a trend that I hate, don't like, hate. But no tea, no shade. I really don't mean anything towards the dress over jeans girlies of the world. You look really cool. I just would look like an absolute crazy person. So we're gonna withhold. This next trend is one that I'm probably the closest to actually buying, but I'm going to flex some self-control and not do that. And that is these really cute tie front jackets. I've seen a ton of them. I've seen denim versions. I've seen little puffer jackets with these cute little bows that are a tie front moment. And I think it's adorable. I love any kind of bow or tie on like the front of anything, on the buttons, like truly anywhere. But I just do feel like this particular type of jacket, number one, won't get worn a ton because, like I said a million times, I don't live somewhere where I wear a lot of jackets. And number two, because as cute as it is and as much as I really want to like throw that on and go bop around town and experience just joy, you know, I don't think that I would wear it after this season. I'm maybe next season, but it's like I want to keep jackets in my closet that I feel like I'm actually going to wear for years and years to come. Like I have a denim jacket back here that I've worn for probably 3-4 years at this point. I also have like leather jackets that I thrifted 4+ years ago, like things that I just know are gonna last a long time. They're a little more timeless, a little more classic. And so as fun as it is and as much as I want to partake, I'm like, maybe I could do like a DIY version of something that's like a little bit more removable, and then I can use something I already have and like kind of go from there. They're so cute. I am not hating on this trend at all. I love it. I just know that it's not gonna be a long-lasting thing for me. I will be thinking about it though, and really wanting it still. But I'm gonna have some self-control. Next up is a color that I've been seeing come back around recently and really having a resurgence. And like, listen, colors like don't have to be trends, okay? I'm just repeating what I've seen online. Just seriously wear whatever you want. That's really like the message, as I've always said, that like I want to go throughout all of these videos. This is literally just for funsies. But that being said, a color that I've been seeing come right back around this year is olive green. And like, I really was an olive green girly. Like I loved it so much for so many years. I had like the Kim Possible olive green cargo pants. I had jackets that were olive green. I had like the little military liner jacket that I thrifted last year. And then one day I just like got the ick. I don't know what it was. I think I just played it out way too much. That can definitely tend to be a personality trait of mine where if I like something, I want to just have it in everything. I need it all. But I just know for me personally, I don't love that kind of color anymore. I love much more of like a forest green. Like that's definitely more my style at the moment. Like a deeper, richer tone, like jewel toned green, or even like a Kelly green is really fun for me. A little celery green moment, if you will, like a little pastel green, love it all. But just olive, I don't know. I don't know about her. And I think I'm just gonna stick to the colors that I do enjoy wearing and not try to wear something just because it's trendy, you know? But if you wanna do that, that's totally fine too, no judgment. The last fashion trend that I wanted to mention is the mustard colored boots. I will not be partaking in that trend. Number one, because I'm scared. If you haven't been on TikTok recently and seen all of the discourse about Frye, which is a very popular boot brand that's been around forever, have like a dupe that went viral. Oh my God, there was so much to cover with that.
I die on the hill that is the campus boot. I die on that hill.
My friend Alexa actually did an amazing video covering this topic, so I'll link that down below for you in case you want to check it out. But I want nothing to do with that because I'm scared. I am scared of all of you. Number one, because they don't make them in my size, right? Like I don't even think Frye or the dupes that have gone around recently have been anywhere near a wide calf size, but also because now I feel like it's been a little bit ruined. Like I think they're called the campus boot if I'm not mistaken, and I just feel like the whole vibe has been a little bit like brought down. Sometimes I love being a part of fashion spaces online and like chatting about style, and then other times I feel so unqualified and there are so many people who have such strong opinions that I'm like, I just want everyone to get along. I want nothing to do with this. But also just like the kind of mustard, I think is what the color is, like that style of boot, I don't think, I mean, it's gonna go and then it's gonna come back, of course, but I think I'll just stick to the boots I already have. I would really still love to find a wide calf pair of Frye boots in general. I've honestly been looking for them for years, but much more of like the kind of riding boot style and less of like the campus boot style. And there are so many of them that are available secondhand. So like maybe in the future, if I do want to do that, I'll look into like ThredUp or go to a flea market or something like that. But that whole thing was truly terrifying, and the girls were fighting. Like the girls were fighting and I was scared.
How many people were scared? Me too. I was really, really scared.
All right, I'm gonna finish this off with a few beauty trends that I've been seeing lately. Just either ones that I've seen on like TikTok or Instagram that I will not be partaking in because I don't like it or because I just know it won't last a long time on me. So number one, unfortunately, I will not be doing the like darker blonde, teddy, copper, brunette, whatever you wanna call it, hair color. Like a lot of people have been going back towards their natural color recently, which I think looks stunning, by the way. Absolutely stunning. I'm saying for me personally, it's a nightmare because I always end up wanting to go back to blonde, and then I'm left with, you know, it's been almost a year of me trying to grow my hair out at this point. Honestly, like a year and a half. Simply because for like a 2 to 3 year period, I could not make up my mind about what I wanted to do with my hair. So I would get it back to like the perfect blonde that I loved, and then I'd be like, actually I want to go red. And then I would spend a year going back to blonde again, and then I'd be like, actually I want to do a bronde. And then it was just a cycle. When I changed my hair color to this very fun, very satisfying, like before and after TikTok transition hair, I love it, but then I get sick of it very quickly. So like if I do more of a kind of natural dirty blonde, I'm immediately wanting to go brunette, and then suddenly I have brown hair again and I'm having to like lighten it back to blonde, and there's just so much damage that happens. So as tempted as I am, I'm just gonna hold off because otherwise my hair will truly never recover and I will be bald, and we don't want that. The next beauty trend that I'm seeing is a lot of this sort of like nicknamed nails, and I'm really not trying to like talk down on anyone. I love when the girls are girling. I love when we come up with like fun cutesy little names for things, but sometimes the nail names make me twitch a little bit. I've been recently seeing a trend called Moscow Mule nails, and it's just copper nails. Like it's literally just copper nails. We don't have to call them Moscow Mule nails. I saw someone go into a nail salon and ask for Moscow Mule nails, and then they got upset because the nail tech didn't know what they were talking about.
We failed. I want those Moscow Mule nails.
I love chrome, I love glitter, I love all of the nail art, all of the nail designs, but I think I'm just in my simple era. Like I love like a nice little round or almond solid shade. Maybe throw a little chrome on there from time to time. These are navy. What could I call these? These are dark crispy blue jean nails. Another one that was popular a while back was called blueberry milk nails, I think they were calling it. It was just blue. It was just baby blue. Or glazed donut nails, I think there were, and it was just like a brown with chrome. You know, we could just call it by what it is, but also if you enjoy it and it makes you happy, then call it that, you know? There's no harm done. If you've been feeling like you need to keep up with the newest nail trends, you don't. You can just wear classic colors that you like, wear a red that you enjoy, wear a blue that you enjoy, wear no nail polish, do whatever makes you happy. I just personally love getting my nails done. It's like a little self-care thing that I do for myself, but I don't want to upset anyone. I keep thinking about like, what if someone's like, but I love my blueberry milk nails? Then I'm so happy for you. I really am. But Moscow Mule nails did make me itch a little bit. I won't lie. And the last trend that I will not be partaking in or buying or wearing or whatever is contrast makeup of any kind. Has anyone else been seeing that on TikTok lately? It's like some filter where it tells you whether or not you need to be wearing high, medium, or low contrast makeup, which just has everything to do with the tones and stuff that you wear. And I don't think there's anything wrong with color theory in general. Honestly, like, I'm just not a big fan. I don't want to be limited to what I can and can't wear because of like a filter or because of a trend or whatever. I felt that same way. I got so many requests of people asking me to do like a color matching, what's it called? Color theory appointment, and I just don't really think it's for me. I just want to wear whatever color I want to wear, and I don't want to be told that like these colors look bad on you. I just kind of want to wear them. So if those filters and, you know, changing the way you do your makeup in that way makes you feel happy and it makes you feel like more beautiful and that you found something that works better for your skin tone or your hair color or whatever, by all means go for it. But I just think like I'm really tired of being told like you do this, wear this, do that. Just wear whatever you want. If you want to wear 80s blue eyeshadow, I say go for it. Would I be doing it? No, probably not. But I support you. I don't think that there's any harm in any of these trends at all, especially when it comes to beauty trends. I just more worry about like the younger generations being kind of like told like you should do this, you should do that. I definitely experienced that in my youth when I was reading like magazines and stuff. And I was thinking, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. And then you grow up and realize you can do whatever the hell you want. So I'm just gonna stick with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my list of things that I will not be buying or wearing, my anti-haul, if you will. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also turn on my post notifications if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, definitely let me know in a comment below. And by all means, I will still be wearing trends this fall and winter, just not these ones and not all of them, you know? If you want to see a video where I thrift for like fall and winter trends or just things that I would like to have in my wardrobe for this fall and winter, definitely let me know in a comment below. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all of my love and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.